Lwekiri kugamba tobiwulira omutima gwono nzigulira amazika dinkulukuse watali kisa musayi lwekiri kugamba tobiwulira omutima gwono nzigulira amazika dinkulukusa ayo oluusi negumya nenkwesonyiwa nekwerabira nkyali awo amasimu n'okuba jekena ku minsi oyagala kulaba nga nsiita oyagala kulaba nga ntaawa oyagala kulaba nga ngudde eddalu onneetolooza onneetolooza sakambuuze ye kikyo kyonjagaza sakambuuze onneetolooza onneetolooza sakambuuze ye kikyo kyonjagaza sakambuuze lwekiri kugamba tobiwulira omutima gwono nzigulira amaziga ginkulukuse watali kisa musayi lwekiri kugamba tobiwulira omutima gwono nzigulira amaziga ginkulukusa bungana ngenda nabingo ku lusozi wa Sheikh Abdulwahab yajja okumala ensonga aye ngenda bungana ngenda nabingo ku lusozi wa Sheikh Abdulwahab yajja okumala ensonga aye ngenda kikyo neetolooza lwakyo neetolooza kikyo neetolooza lwakyo neetolooza.
Let's continue with the guitar. Let's continue with the guitar. Hey, let's go.
Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. Chichone toloza, wachone toloza. Chichone toloza, wachone toloza. Nkwasa kamunguluze, nkwasa kamunguluze, nkwasa kamunguluze.
Unkwata Akamunguluze, that is the name of the song, coming in from JK Mulungi. This is the Mashup Show, and of course, my name is Tam Kede Moses. We definitely define the index of the music system and the music area here. Today with me in studios, of course, I'm having one talented JK Mulungi, Ugandan singer, songwriter, guitarist, model, and of course, actor. He'll be telling us more about his music career, what he has been doing, the movies he has, of course, appeared in, and of course, why do such good music like that? I know I know the answer. The question sounds stupid, but there's always a reason to why we are always doing certain things, of course. And JK, welcome to the Mashup, bro.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here.
Wow. Yes. Tell us about this beautiful song. The song is called One Toloza.
Yes, One Toloza.
The first time I heard this song, I got a pleasure that I was hearing this song live at one of the concerts you are performing at. I think that was at National Theatre. Then I really just fell in love with the song. Now, that was the love version of it. And falling in love with the love version of the song. Unfortunately, I'd never listened to the one that you put out there on the YouTube. So I used to just, sitting down there and all the time you're coming. Have you ever been like, there's this one song you've heard, and then all the time, wherever you are, you're like, and you really don't know where you heard that song from, but that song is inside your head. JK, tell us about Kamonguluze song.
Kamonguluze song, I have so many songs. I've written so many songs, and I've recorded many songs. But then there's a song called Echibobo. I recorded it, and then I felt like I should change something about it, especially the outlaw. The outlaw of the song. When I listened to it, it didn't convince me that was the best I could do. So what I did, I started drawing another outlaw for that Chibobo. But then after Onkwasaka Mungulu's Chichone Toloza, it sounded so nice just to be a part of another song.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm not adding this on this. Let me build this as a whole song. Actually, it's the latest thing I've written.
Wow.
Yeah, it was not actually even on program. But then, actually, how do I really get convinced? I was talking to a friend abroad, and then my friend was like, "What are you doing?" And then I'm sketching up an outlaw here. Let me play for you, and you check it out. And then I was like, this thing is so nice.
Whoa.
But then I thought, like, perhaps he was just being kind.
Yeah.
But he insisted. He said, I've made it my ringtone. I was like, wait, let me pay some more attention. So then I scrap it off and then build it as a whole song.
Yeah.
So one time I was performing it at a certain show. No, I was performing at a certain show, and I decided to play it. But the reaction it got
of the crowd, was
so different from so many of my songs.
Yeah.
Like, people connected with it immediately, and they kept connecting with it. So, and you see, as musicians, we do many songs, but the audience really picks what they want.
Yeah, that is the beauty about music.
Exactly. So when I saw that people really, really were interested, that's when because I've just recorded this song literally a few weeks ago. It's so new to me, but people really loved it, and I was like, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a part of a song, and then I grew it into a whole song as its own.
Wow. Talking about the list of music you're having,
Yes.
I was looking through some of your platforms, and particularly I will talk about the YouTube part of it all. Why is it that you're having many songs, and if someone maybe goes to your YouTube, you've only put there like 2 of them?
Now, I've been a part of a duo called Undercover Brothers.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we sat with my colleague Kyria Timothy, and then we decided to try out solo things.
Okay.
Just like you see how Sauti Sol is doing.
Yeah.
Many artists, many groups do it. Just like you see a Frigo band, Papa Moses has his pieces.
Yeah.
And then, they all have, and then they have a band. So basically, I was only doing the band, the group, the duo. But now I've just started as a solo artist.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why you see only 2. I first released Munyenye literally a year ago. And then this is my second. Perhaps I would keep the pace and keep releasing. But I have a lot of recorded music. It's the whole album. Perhaps it could be 2 albums because there are many songs really.
Wow. I'm intrigued to listen to our live version of the Onetoloza song of it. I don't know if you could jam us some part of that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is JK Mulungi, of course, a Ugandan singer, songwriter, guitarist, model, and of course an actor. But this is Onetoloza, the acoustic version of it. Let's go.
Kubya masimu kanana, you never answer messages iri kasamvu. You never answer tumyaba tumelunana. You never answer kwi namba yesimu wampa yachi. Jota kwata lonyambye nojifula bize. Nichitwala ise kuva mutima gwange wagufula chakuzanyisa netoloza nkwasa kamunguluze ye chicho chonjagaza nkwasa kamunguluze gonetolozo netoloza nkwasa kamunguluze ye chicho chonjagaza nkwasa kamunguluze Batibi nkugamba tobiwulira umutima gwo nonzigulira amaziga ginkulukuse watali kisa musayi Batibi nkugamba tobiwulira umutima gwo nonzigulira amaziga ginkulukusa Hey ayolusi negumya nenkwesonyiwa Ninkwera biramba nchalyawa masimu nokuba Ntijeke na kumisi Oyagala kulabanga nsita Oyagala kulabanga ntawa Oyagala kulabanga ngudeddalu Onetoloza Nkwasa kamunguluze Echicho chonjagaza Unetoloza Nkwasa kamunguluze Chicho netoloza Lwacho netoloza Chicho netoloza Lwacho netoloza
Wow, beautiful. That is very nice. Now, JK, if you sit down and you look at your music career as a person and reflect it to the music system in Uganda, what would you really picture this music industry in Uganda to be? What's your picture of the music industry?
My picture of the music industry is, first of all, the music industry is really how it's changing a lot. It's like it's growing. Many better artists have come up really with the good talents, people who really do good music. So yeah, my picture is really good. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm really happy about the whole music industry and how it is and where it's heading. I think we're on the right track. We have better sounds, we have better productions, better videos. Yeah, and the people are picking up. They're getting interested in local Ugandan music, which wasn't here. There was so much from Congo to Nigeria, but now, if you listen, if you're in a club, in a restaurant, you hear Ugandan music, which is so good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, looking at the kind of music you're doing,
Yes.
Personally, I always call it original music. You sit down, you're a musician, you craft your lyrics, you craft your sound, then you come up with a certain piece out of it.
Yes.
Now, how do we monetize this art that you are really doing? I'll give you a case of point. We have organizations that are always pushing agendas in different themes. We have the Mental Health Day, we have the Human Rights Day, such organizations. Have you ever sat down and thought of doing music in connection with those themes, and you're selling this project to an organization, a big organization, to buy this craft that you're doing, because it's also a way of maybe the activations they're trying to do out there to change certain things. Have you ever thought of that?
Actually, it's a brilliant idea. I had never really paid attention to it, but I'm really buying it. It's so brilliant. Yeah, but I've done songs about the social life, poverty, suicide, encouraging youths to work, so I did, but then I never really zeroed down to a cause, and then I'm like, let me sell this. But yeah, I'm going to think about it. I think it's very brilliant. Yeah.
Where's your energy when it comes to selling what you're really doing? Does the energy come from playing music, maybe in live shows, live bands that normally happen during weekends? Is the power in online? Like my music is online, Spotify, Audiomack, and that is where I'm really getting people listening to this beautiful music. Where is your energies?
My energy right now, just like I said, literally when I'm introducing myself, I say I'm a new upcoming artist. So I'm really weighing so many alternatives, options. But my strength, really, where I feel like I'm so strong, is on stage, sharing with people my voice and my emotions through my music. I think that's where because that's when I really connect to the music and people get to, you see this recorded music, there are no really emotions. But when someone really hears you live on stage, there is a way they really understand your craft better. So that's it. But then even, I'm trying to utilize all the available platforms, recording with good producers now. Or Netolos, I was recorded with one of the finest, D King. He's a legendary producer. He has a beautiful. He's one of those producers I had always loved to work with.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm trying to work with the best. And Munyenye, the first I released a year ago, was produced by Nesim.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm working with the best to ensure that I have a good sound on all the platforms as well. So when people come out to listen to my music, they really enjoy the craft. Yeah. So I'm everywhere. I'm trying to make sure I balance the both in one or the other.
Okay. Maybe another question I have is, when we talk about jumping into studio, let me talk of the Oneto Rosa song.
Yeah.
Did you play the instrument of the guitar inside, or it was the producer himself?
No, I did.
You did?
Yes.
Okay.
I always try to do that. Some producers are big-headed in one or the other, but I always try to play the songs, because now that's how I can play everything that is in the song. The live, I can play it, everything. But I wouldn't be able to do that if it was someone else who played those things. But because it was me, I can play, and then you exactly get, because I'm a live artist. As long as I'm a performing artist, as long as I'm a recording artist as well. But I don't want a huge gap in between the two. Like when someone listens to the recorded version and then they listen to you live on stage, they get totally something different. I want to, yes, the difference is there. Of course, it's hard to really, because when you're recording a song, it's because it's business.
Yeah.
You're recording a type of sound that will sell, not just your song. So when I play the song live, I'm playing the raw bit of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, without a lot of bureaucracy behind as a good song. So, yeah, but yeah, I try to play.
Well,
most of the songs.
Okay, let's first jump into the Munyenye song. This was before Oneto Rosa.
That's a year ago, yeah.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, this is JK Mulonji for you, and is the Mashup Show with Tamukede Moses. The name of this song is called Munyenye. Let's listen to it.
balina nabakugamba baby nti abalala ninabangi ewabera omukwano n'abatabuzi bwe bagala baby kiki wenkola njagala nkimanye fune kudagala kuba omukwano gwo kunsuseko nalo sikiriza olinga feza oyagale munyenye sikiriza olinga zabu oyagale munyenye sikulinde abawalanda bebangi newe zibawadi zono zitwala kuba teri era teriba akusinga sikubulungi bwo ezempisa zo buli ekikuliko kyansukako yo namba moja mu bulamu bwange gwasooka balala ne bagoberera oli kimuli yo my flower kwetaaga every hour sikiriza olinga feza oyakange munyinge nsikiriza olinga zabu oyakange munyinge baby oyaka Bibi oyaka ge munyinye muchiro ge munyinye
Wow, JK Mulunji is on the Mashup Show with me, and of course my name is Tamkede Moses. We are still going on. Let's first talk, let's get away from the music part of it. Let's talk about the other things you do. Of course, you're an actor, you're a model. How is the acting, the movie field going for you?
Well, I'm an actor, but now how did I really get into acting? It was still because of music, because I wrote a soundtrack for a series called Balikowa in the City, and then that's how I got invited, and that's how I featured in that. And there are some other movies. Some of them have not really come out yet. Yeah, but really, I'm not. You see, when you're in this kind of business, there's a way it's like. When again I'm Katari, you know, when you're in the market, you go to a department where someone is selling goat's meat, beef, liver, like they're in this. So it's like music and film, they're not so far apart. That's why after I record a song, I have to record a video for it.
Yeah,
so I'm literally acting in the video.
Yes, true.
Yeah, so basically, most musicians are actors in one or the other.
Yeah, true.
Because if it's a video, it's a music video, it's acting. I have to act with someone they've hired a vixen or something like that. Yeah, so that's how I get into the acting bit of it.
Wow. The albums we are talking of, are they released? Are we waiting for them to be released?
No, they are not yet released because this is my second single release of an album. I'm going to be releasing singles because for some time, and then I'll release the album. Why? Because I'm a new artist and I need people to listen to my songs. When you release an album, like people are confused which song to listen. But if you release singles, people you go step by step, so they get really to understand you better. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and then later when I feel ready, I'll drop the album and the second one, and see where it goes.
What are some of those challenges that make you wake up one morning and you're like, man, damn this, man. You feel like fed up. What are those circumstances that come into your way?
Yeah, basically, music. If someone is looking for a quick getaway, I wouldn't advise my own children to do that unless I'm going to fund them, because music is a business that many people don't understand. You see, when we were starting many years ago, because I started from church to choir, to choirs, not just a choir, but a choir that tours in Europe and all that.
Okay.
So from that, I go to Coca-Cola Rated Next. So from Coca-Cola Rated Next, I go to Tusker Project Fame. So I started from where an artist should start, from school and all that. So I've really encountered literally all the challenges an artist can. So, but basically it's the finance bit. You can have good music, but with an empty pocket, you understand? And that's where most musicians lose it. That's how they start using drugs, because things are not really matching up. The fame is really up here, but the finance, they are struggling with the landlords, food to eat, data, clothes, you have to keep up the appearance. You don't want to use a taxi, borders are expensive, you don't have money to buy a car. Quick gamba, you find yourself in that kind of, but the biggest challenge I know for all artists, especially here in Uganda, is the financial bit of it. By the time I stand, and then I'm like, I want $1 million to come and perform, it's after many years and a lot of work. It's a lot of work and dedication and all that. So that we started. Now there's a friend of mine here in this building. He's called Larry. I don't know if you know Larry Casual. He's we were with him in Coca-Cola Rated Next. Very, very good singer, very good, talented. But you see, we've lost. I have many friends, super talents that literally walked away from music and started businesses just because they needed to survive. You understand? And so it's for a few who really stay in. It's because of that too much. But yeah, the challenge has always been the money bit. Yeah, because if you don't have money, you're not going to work with good producers. You're not going to have good videos. You're not going to be able to promote your music. There's a way it really cripples your career. Yeah. So what I did, I started doing other things. I do other things as well, like being an entrepreneur. Venturing into business, trading, things like that, so that I can have a life, because it's hard to sing on an empty stomach, and it's better when you have a place to sleep, you have food, you write better. You're not in a rush, you're not on pressure, But when you're so desperate, you make so many wrong mistakes, but because of that financial. So the regret has always been the biggest hassle, has always been the money bit. It's hard. It is hard, especially for us live artists.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example of let me say a 10-member band.
Yeah.
And someone wants to give you $1 million, but then they are giving King Saha 8 million.
Yeah.
He's alone, maybe he's alone with a manager, okay, maybe with a DJ, and he's pocketing that much, probably 15 millions. But this is a whole band, 10 people playing these instruments, which are so hard. You understand? And then you have backline, front of house, a technical team, and then someone is paying you 1 million. So you see that it's not fair.
Yeah,
it's not fair. So 1 million has to be shared by 10 people, and then 15 million is going to be shared by 1 or 2. So that has always been the the challenge. But yeah, a friend told me if something's easy, then it's not worth it.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah, if the pain pays off later.
Talking about band music, I feel like there are a lot of numbers of band that are playing around Kampala streets.
Yes.
Almost every night you'll hear of a certain place that is having a live band sessions. Why are people who play such music are not concentrating in producing their own music? That is one. And selling their music, like get an album, apart from knowing that this band plays very well at Nomad, okay, also having a list of songs, like if I visit Spotify, I'm going to get this band there. Why is that like really not adding up?
Now you see, you've asked the right person, because I've done all of that, and I'm doing something else now. Those guys are trying to survive. You reach a point where it's survival.
Yeah.
There's so many wonderful artists in those bands who have recorded music, not just being wonderful. They've recorded music, but because the mainstream, I would call it the mainstream, is so hard to penetrate. So it has a lot of, a huge wall. To really break it, you need money, persistence, it's a lot of things. So many kids, many guys, they don't really make it. It's hard. They try. So when they keep trying and they keep failing, they give up.
Do they do this individually or like doing it as a group?
Most times it's individually. Why? Because groups are, this one has different ideas. It's hard. It's harder. Whatever, it is hard when you are alone. How about if you are 8, 3, 2 people? I mean, look at P Square. Look at South Soul, for God's sake. You tell me of a group that is literally still standing, that don't have, you can't name many. The Blue Theories, the Obsessions, the what? Like it's working in a team is hard.
Yeah.
And especially in things like music, because if we release a song, it's one song, but then it is not just for one person. It's for 3 or 2. Now you can understand the fight in between, because this is one piece, but then it has different owners, and then these people are from different backgrounds, different tribes, different languages. So eventually it becomes harder. But these people, the reasons why they still do covers is they are trying to survive. It's like they've found a side hustle.
Okay.
And then at a time they get comfortable, because now they can now afford rent, they can now afford data, they can afford a nice phone. They're like, okay, why should I go to the mainstream and fight? Because it's not easy. But me, I've also been doing covers, in the band for many years. Actually, when we were starting, we were original. But then we had to learn covers to survive, to be able to play in bars, to be able to play on weddings, parties, and that's how we survived. Actually, if it wasn't that, I don't know, probably we could be better. But because you're in a dire state, you can't make right decisions. I got to a point and I was like, no more covers.
Yeah, I get it.
I've done enough covers. I have a lot of music that I want people to listen to. When will they listen to my music? So I'll come. If you see J.K. Mulungi, I'm going to sing for you my bad songs. You decide, but you have to know me for me.
Yeah.
Not to know me for John Legend.
Yeah.
No. I'm singing John Legend's song. Who will sing mine?
Yeah.
If I can't sing my music.
Yeah.
So it starts with us. And I've been talking to many friends, because most of them are all my friends. I know them, all the bands. So I've talked to those I know that are really, really into me, and I'm like, please stop this. Let's do this. This is the right way. There's a friend of mine called Herbert Sensamba. Herbert Sensamba, very good artist. You know, Herbert Sensamba made a choice I'm making today. It was like, no more covers. You know, I'm producing my music. I'm going to push it. Regardless of what, I'm going to stick to that, and he's doing it. I'm so happy for him. He's inspiring a lot of us, you know. So I'm adding myself there. Kenneth Mugabe is already there. You know, there's Kojo. There are many artists. There's Haddison. There's Pages, Abeka. Abeka have originals now. So I think they have an album, which is a beautiful thing. So I think the future is really going to be, people are really, you know, making a decision to, because I mean, if you look at bands like Afrigo Band, really, they will teach you a lifetime lesson.
People are even now playing their covers.
They are playing their songs. Their music is still, when you call Afrigo Band, you know, you're calling them not for covers. You're calling them for their original music. That is so beautiful. So, but if they also chickened out and they stuck on playing covers all the time, bro, I just outgrew covers so bad. Like, I just like, no. I've actually wasted my time. You know, if you know, but then you understand. It's music.
Well, as we come to the end of this podcast, don't forget to always listen for us or recommend a friend, of course, to get us on Anchor Podcast, Radio Public, Rocket Podcasts, the MCI radio app. Those people who are having Google Play Store, you can always go and download that. We are on our YouTube channel, that is MCI UG, Overcast, MCI Radio UG, Amazon Music, MCI Radio UG, and of course Spotify podcast. We are also MCI Radio UG. For those people who use iPhones, of course, you can always get us on Spotify podcast, but you can also get us on Radio Garden and get to listen to our live conversations, and of course the great people we bring down here. JK, we are planning to, as the mashup, as a way of supporting musicians that are playing this music in the nights out there, the bands, we are planning to create a platform whereby they will be doing music that impact lives, and we are urging every organization out there that is willing to support a certain cause. One, to support this cause, that is one. But also, if JK has written a song that is having an agenda, a good agenda, we are talking about mental health. JK has done a certain song that is creating a positive impact when it comes to mental health. Why should these organizations waste money on
radio ads,
yes,
billboards?
Yes, and yet there's this artist who is going to compose this song, and this beautiful song, the song is going to be there.
Message.
Yes, someone is going to listen to it day after day after day. Why not support this kind of person, and why not support this cause? So in the next few months, of course, we shall be letting our people know on our next plans and programs, and I really urge you also be part of this, and we see how we can do this.
There's a song I just wrote. Perhaps I could play for you if you don't mind.
Yeah. Let's learn that.
Now, I wrote this song because, you know, maybe you could just listen.
Okay.
Ntunze buli kange nkemazeko kyensigaza libako landiro ly'amabaati yagajjeeko yaŋŋambye nti enju mw'osula sizajjajjaawo emirimu gisoba nnyo nezinzize kazibula nenkanyoomawo alina kyalina ankwatizeeko embeera y'ensi enkubye nnyo ebizibu tebimanyi njumbi naye bambi mu bigambe eyange bigite ebizibu tebimanyi njumbi naye bambi mu bigambe eyange bigite empologoma y'obwave buluguma empologoma y'obwave buluguma waka empologoma y'obwave buluguma enzita amatu empologoma y'obwave buluguma empologoma y'obwave bulugumira waka empologoma y'obwave buluguma enzita amatu we munywanyi lindako lindako omuguwa gukasukeri.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow.
So many people go through times, really, and then they get to a point where they feel like they want to hang themselves. I really wrote it from that core of someone really, things fall on you all of a sudden. And you're hopeless. And then I'm telling people, help. Help. If you can help someone, help them. Because this is a person who's going to strangle themselves. I'm telling you, we munywanyi lindako omuguwa gukasukeri. Don't hang yourself. So such music is really good music, and if there are organizations that can actually use the exact thing you explained, it will be beautiful.
Anyway, it has been a pleasure having you here. I'm having lots of hope you're getting back this place, and we are going to continue doing lots of stuff for the good cause. I've been Tamkede Moses, and of course with me for today's podcast is JK Mulungi. You can go to his platforms. Could you give us your platforms?
Yes, on Facebook, JAY space Mulungi, MULUNGI. Or you can actually just go to Google and type JK Mulungi, JAY space Mulungi, MULUNGI. My music is everywhere as well. On YouTube, same names.
Well, and for this exclusive interview, don't forget to download our app, that is MCI Radio app, on your Google Play Store. And for people who use iOS or iPhones, you can always get this on Radio Garden MCI Radio. We are also on Spotify podcast. You can get us there, MCI Radio, UG, Google Podcast, Anchor Podcast. On our YouTube page, you can also get this conversation there. Till next time, bye-bye.